Government jobs, yeah, private jobs for chartered accountants, ACCAs. This is what we are going to cover in this video. Before that, a bit of introduction about myself. This is PM Kumar, a chartered accountant. I'm currently in UK in one of the big four firms, Deloitte. Getting back to topic, chartered accountants typically prefer to work in private sector and not government sector, be it India, be it Pakistan, be it UK. UK is slightly different though, but let's talk about India, Pakistan. People want to work in private sector and not government sector. Why? What's the reason? On average, we see a lot of people other than chartered accountants want to get a job in government sector because that's more secure job. You got a pension plan in the end, and then of course government job is government job. There's less pressure, there's less work, and less expectation. Unlike a private job where there's higher expectation, higher work, and your boss is just calling you on weekends as well. So there's the difference. Then still, why people want to do private jobs and not government jobs in chartered accountancy field. So see, there's some simple reasons. Number one reason is chartered accountancy as well as ACCA. I'm not leaving you guys. So both these fields are quite dynamic, right? You have studied for 5 to 6 years to pass some papers to really learn about markets, to really learn about taxation, to really learn about laws and accounting. You don't really want to spend or your skills to expand your skills basically in a government sector where you're not able to grow. I think a lot of people get inspired by the fact that chartered accountant are making an impact in the world by applying their skills in the businesses. And if you're going to the government sector where you're not really applying those skills that you've learned, so you feel demotivated actually learning something, because in the government setup you're pretty much doing the same work as a BCom. I'm not degrading any BCom guys, it's just a chartered accountant field is more dynamic, so you don't want to really spend a lot of time in government setup just doing regular work and not really doing anything exciting that you studied that you wanted to do. I think there's a very good difference over in the approach here. Second thing is basically private sector drives kind of a growth. So if you're a chartered accountant and then you're a private sector, then your salaries, your money, your income, everything is dependent on yourself, right? If you really work hard, then there are opportunities for you. You can make job switches very easily, getting higher money. You can make career moves. You can get promotions based on hard work. When it comes to government department, of course, promotions are there, higher pay is there, but that's not exponential growth, right? In private sector, you drive your own growth. You can drive your own growth, right? But in the government sector, it's not too much in your hands because you have to rely on the people, you have to rely on the department structure, you have to rely on the process as well. So I think there's a difference over there. Number three reason is basically one of the biggest benefit of government job was that you got pension, you got like something at the end of your service that you will get from government as a contribution that you have paid over time. So that thing is already in the private space as well for a while now. There are pension funds, pension defined benefits or pension contribution benefits, right? So those funds are existent there in big industries. So if you are doing that, it's fine, right? You had the same thing in government as well. And even apart from that, there are fund managers where you can just deposit money over time and then you will have a contribution at year end and a significant amount at the time of retirement. So that's the third reason I wanted to touch base upon. The other thing is in the government sector, there's no learning for you. You'll be doing just the work that you're being asked to do. There's the very slow system. It's not dynamic enough to really spark your potential. In private sector, you can spark the potential. You see more and more stuff, more interesting stuff coming your way, and that really helps you to grow, to learn. Number fifth thing, I guess the last thing is basically government sector does not offer growth opportunities in terms of learning. There might be some formal training programs, of course, but private sector has more on-the-job learning, has more seminars, more CPDs, etc. that actually help you gain more skills because in private sector you need to upskill yourself to stay relevant and stay ahead of others, right? So that's where you actually put some efforts for yourself, for your company, and keep growing yourself into that role. To conclude, government job has money, slightly higher money in some cases, but in other cases lower money because there's job security. But private sector gets you more money over time based on your own effort, based on your own contributions, and based on the skills you acquire during the year, and that keeps you dynamic over the time rather than just getting rusty and old dated in government setup. this is all for me in this video. I hope you liked it, and please subscribe my channel. Thank you so much.